Hello and welcome back to my channel. If you're returning, if you are new, welcome. My name is Rachel and I am a reseller on sites like eBay, Poshmark, and Mercari. The majority of inventory that I source to sell on my online stores come from mystery boxes from various online websites. So today I'm actually doing a 90-day update on a box I ordered from NWOT.outlet.com. This was the Rag & Bone women's denim box. So if you want to see if I actually made money on this box, definitely stick around. So this is probably my least used website, but I really do like their boxes every once in a while because they have new with tag merchandise and you pay up a little bit, but you get like higher end stuff that is potentially worth a lot more profit for a lot less work. So this one I did order back in March of 2023. This one was originally 10 pieces. And when I got the first box, I think 5 of the pieces were either not new with tag or they had damages. And for the cost per piece, I was not okay with that. So I emailed them. They sent me 5 new pieces. At the end of the day, I ended up only not being able to list one item. The other 4 that had flaws, I just listed and disclosed. So we're going based off of 14 pieces. So the box itself was $299.99 with $39.99 shipping and handling. So that was my cost for shipping. They do charge like based on the weight of the package and how far it's going. So shipping's kind of different for everybody. I do have an affiliate code with this company, and bonus to the companies that let me use my own code on orders, I was able to take 15% off my own order. And if you want to order from them, by the way, the link is down below, or you can just use code OHYEAH for 15% off your order on the site. But anyway, it came to $254.99 plus $39.99 shipping. And when I break that down over 14 items, my cost per item was $21.07. By the way, if you enjoy content like this, definitely consider subscribing. Every time I open a mystery box, I do it live on my channel, and then I come back 90 days later and give you guys my actual results. So certainly consider subscribing if that sounds interesting to you or helpful to your reseller business, and drop me a like if you find this helpful. That certainly helps out my channel as well. All right, so what I'm going to do is show you on the side here what has sold. I'll show you the screenshot. I think I have most of the screenshots. Sometimes eBay, if I let it go further than 90 days, the screenshot drops off. I think I have mostly everything, but I'll show you what sold. I'll show you what hasn't sold, and then I'll give you my final numbers at the end. So out of this box, I've sold 12 out of the 14 pair of jeans, so that's pretty good. I had 6 sell on eBay and 6 sell on Poshmark. So this particular box did well on eBay. Sometimes every single item in a box. I know I recently did a Good American 90-day update, and out of like 30 pair of jeans, only 1 sold on eBay and the rest sold on Poshmark. But this time it was much more even, 50-50 eBay Poshmark, which is exactly why I cross-list on multiple platforms, because some things sell better than others depending on the platform. So anyway, 2 left, 12 sold. I'll go lowest to highest, and then I'll show you what I still have left. So what has sold? First up, I have the Nina high-rise ankle flare jeans. So these actually caused a little bit of a problem. Not really, because I still got paid, but these were one of the pairs that I had to list and disclose that they were flawed. They did have like a run in the leg. I had them priced accordingly, and even still, this customer sent me an offer, which I accepted because I understood that this item was flawed. I understood I wasn't going to get a ton for these jeans. So they sent me a $20 offer, and I accepted. When they got the jeans, they were not happy with the flaw. I didn't really do anything. It was Poshmark. When people message me saying they're unhappy, I don't answer. I think I've told you guys that before. If you really seriously want something done about it, you will open a case if you want to send them back. If you're not wanting to send them back, I don't really go back and forth in private messages on Poshmark. It's just not worth my time. There's nothing I can do. I know they started that partial refund thing. I don't know how I feel about it just yet. I think it's going to depend. I'm sorry, this is a tangent. It's really going to depend on the situation. If there's a flaw that you didn't like, you're not happy with it, but you're not willing to send the item back to me for a full refund, then I'm not doing partial refunds. I feel like, although I love giving people the benefit of the doubt, and most of the time I will give people the benefit of the doubt, I do feel like people are going to request partial refunds just to see what they can get. Honestly. So I think a lot of times I'm still going to say, okay, feel free to send it back to me for a full refund. And if they're not willing to do that, then I'm not willing to do a partial refund, unless it's something I really don't want back, and I might consider it, but it's going to depend. So anyway, at the time, there was no such thing as partial refunds. I don't know that I would have given this person a partial refund anyway, but she never opened a case, so I got my money anyway. Sorry about the long story time on that one, but $20 Poshmark sale. Those were listed about a month. Next up were these Dre low-rise slim boyfriend jeans. These were a $30 eBay sale. These were a size 25, and they were not the most current style. So although I maybe could have gotten a little bit more for them, they had already been sitting a month. Somebody sent me a $30 offer. I went ahead and accepted it, just given the size and style of those. And honestly, I don't have in my notes here which ones were part of the, like which ones I listed and disclosed with flaws. I do remember the first pair specifically, but otherwise I didn't note that. I didn't note that in my spreadsheet, which was which, so I apologize. Then the next ones were the Kate mid-rise skinny black jeans. These also sold for $30 on Poshmark. These took a little over 90 days, and they were a size 23. So I think these were in perfect condition, but the fact that they had been sitting for 3 months and the fact that they were such a small size, somebody sent me a $30 offer. I did go ahead and accept it. I also had a pair of Kate mid-rise ankle skinny jeans. These were dark blue. $40 Poshmark sale. These almost hit the 90-day mark. Not my favorite style, not the most in-style, so I didn't have the highest hopes for these. But they were a $40 Poshmark sale, so I'm glad to have sold those. Here's another pair of Kate mid-rise skinny ankle jeans. These were a size 28. These sold in about 3 weeks, and this was a $50 Poshmark sale. I'm pretty sure somebody sent me an offer. I'm glad I got a little bit more for these. They were a bigger size, but still that not super in style. So, I mean, I'm glad those still sold. I'm glad I got a little bit more money for those. These are a pair of Nina high-rise button-fly skinny jeans in a size 28. These were a $50 eBay sale, and these sold in about a month. Again, I think that was somebody sent me an offer, and again, with the high-rise skinny jeans, not the best style. But, I mean, I still made decent money on those, like $21 per item. Not quite double, but I didn't do a ton of work. It was very easy for me to find stock photos, descriptions. All I had to do was snap a few of my own photos, take quick measurements. And for me, doing measurements on denim is like, I do it so quick. So this box really took minimal work for, for what I got out of it. So I'm really not mad about those, especially because some of those may have had light flaws or whatever. Then there's a pair of Nina high-rise skinny jeans in a size 25. These were a $50 Poshmark sale. Again, with the size and style, I felt like, I'm pretty sure that was an offer somebody sent me, and I felt like that was a reasonable offer given, what they were. And then the next two are actually the same pair of jeans. If you saw my more recent redone unboxing from this same company, because of how well these two pair of jeans did, I ordered more of these actually. So these are both the Fit Too Slim jeans, which at first I was kind of like, because this was supposed to be a box of women's jeans and these two pair of jeans are men's jeans. But they were in perfect condition. So I did just go ahead and list them. And they actually performed better than most of the women's jeans in the box. So like I said, I did order, they had a listing for just this style of jeans. So I ordered more of just this style of jeans. Anyway, these were a size 36. They sold for $52.49 on eBay. Given that odd dollar amount, I probably had a sale running, but they sold in just under a month. And then the second pair was a size 32. These also sold on eBay. These were only listed for 4 days, and somebody sent me a $65 offer. So I just kind of took that and ran as well. And then I think I ordered 5 more pairs of these. I think 4 out of 5 have already sold. So I am glad that I got those in this box, even though I wasn't happy about it at first. Okay, top 2, and both of these are eBay sales. This was the Maya high-rise ankle slim jeans, and these sold for $65 on eBay. These took 2 weeks to sell. And the last pair was Kate mid-rise ankle skinny jeans. I may not have a screenshot for those because I'm just looking at the date that they sold versus today's date, and it's just over 90 days. But these were the top sellers. These were $74.99 plus the buyer paid shipping on eBay. So that is everything that's sold. I do have 2 pair left. This one's actually surprising. These are the Nina high-rise skinny button fly jeans in a size 32. I am surprised I have these because they are a bigger size, and typically bigger sizes do better for me. In this case, that's not the case. I sold every single pair of size 23 and 25 that I received, and the 32s are still here. So I guess you never really truly know what people are looking for. And then the other pair was a pair of Nina high-rise skinny jeans. These I may have been one of the pair of jeans I complained about because they did not have tags on them, and I was promised a box of new with tags, but they weren't like, there was nothing wrong with them. I just couldn't list them as high as I would have listed them if they were new with tag, as I was expecting. But those are still here. And actually, I have to answer. Somebody asked me a question on Poshmark. They sent a message and they said, is there a small hole in them, or is that just a thread? Which I guess I didn't notice. When I took the photos, there is a little white speck on one of the legs. So I need to pull those out and double check and make sure there's not a hole. It probably is just a thread. But sometimes, like, something as small as that will keep people from purchasing. Like, I mean, it would keep me from purchasing. If I saw what looked like it might be a hole, I would not buy it. So I appreciate this person for pointing it out because I didn't notice it, and it could be what's keeping these from selling. I don't really know. So I do have to check that out. But those are the 2 that I still have left. So final verdict on this box, I paid $294.98 for the box, which was 10 pieces plus another 4 pieces because of the flaws in the first box. My current profit as of today is $238.88. Okay, so I haven't quite doubled my money, but I came pretty darn close. I think I will get right to about that double point once I sell off these other 2 pair of jeans. So would I buy another one? Number one, I am really appreciative of the customer service. I can't say that enough. Like, I took issue with the quality of the first box, and they made it right like so fast. I had 5 more pair of these jeans on my porch within like 3 days. I mean, they came like lightning fast. They fixed it so fast. And I was able to, you know, make up for the flaws. Now, if I would have received 10 completely flawless pair, would I have been able to make a profit? I don't know. Maybe that extra 4 pair of jeans helped me in the long run. I guess that's hard to say. But would I order more? Yeah, I would order this box again. Based on this cost of goods. I know I didn't quite double my money, but I came close. I came close enough, and the fact that it was easy for me to find the stock photos, and it took me minimal work to get this listed, and the majority of them did sell within 90 days. I'm satisfied with how this box did, and I'm not sure that it's available right now. I don't think it is. But if a box like this or a similar box became available from New Without Tag outlet, I would absolutely consider purchasing it because I am satisfied with the results of this one. So that is it for this video. Please let me know what you think. If you ordered this box, I know they had a lot of these, or at least like they were selling small boxes and pallets. So I think they did have quite a bit of this come in. If you ordered it, let me know if your experience was the same, or just with maybe Rag & Bone in general. I know at one point it was a very highly sought after brand to find. Based on the dollar amounts of these sales and the fact that I had new with tag and new without tag styles for sale, I feel like it might be slipping a little bit for this brand, and actually it has maybe been for a little while. So let me know what your thoughts are on that too. Certainly make sure you subscribe. I've got lots of 90-day updates coming up this month, and also some really cool unboxing videos. I've got more inventory coming from this company too. And lastly, drop me a like on the way out if you're still here and you've not already. That really, really helps out my channel a lot, and I certainly appreciate it. Also, don't forget, if you want to order from this company, 15% off, code OHYEAH, or there's a link down below. And that is it for today. Thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you in the next one.